Hello guys, welcome to our channel Way to Know. So today we are going to talk about this specific cable you are seeing in this video, which is called the IDC cable, which is in short basically for insulation displacement cable. So this particular cable is widely used by embedded engineers in their connections and across systems. So if you open your old systems, your hard drives or floppy disks, everything would be connected by this cable. This particular cable called a ribbon cable or IDC cable is basically, if you see here, this is a 1.27 mm pitch cable, which as I mentioned could be used in test applications or in systems connecting different boards. So now this specific cable, while we use in many applications, many of us ignore the kind of specifications this cable has. Firstly, this cable is UL compliant and it specifies to VW-1 standard. So what we mean by VW-1 standard is that it's a vertical wire flame test where VW-1, if you provide flame to this for a vertically hanging wire for around 15 seconds, and then you apply such 15 seconds of five cycles, then this cable should not be burnt. So that's a simple vertical wire flame test, and this complies to that. So it's basically, if you have any UL based applications, you can comfortably use this, and this can withstand a voltage of up to 300 volts, and it can be used up to temperature of 105 degrees centigrade. So that meant for most of your industrial applications and low level automotive applications, you can use this cable, and commercial applications definitely you can use this cable without any issues. And another important feature of this particular cable is that this can also pass the dielectric test, where you can apply 2 kV to this traces for a time period of 1 minute, and there will not be any coupling onto the other traces. So that's the kind of specification this particular cable has. And this you see here on the top is a PVC insulation, and it has internal multiple strands. So this cable particularly will have 7 strands, and the one which I have in hand has 10 conductors in parallel, whereas this particular flat ribbon cable is available up to 64 wires in parallel. That is why you see in older PCs you have this cable which is used for parallel buses. Many of the defense applications also use this cable, and mainly for the board-to-board communication with IDC connectors, whether it be a single row or dual row connectors, this can be used. Now this particular cable, while it is preferable to use for the embedded boards testing, or putting small jumpers or probing the interfaces like I2C SPI, if you ask me, considering the specifications of this cable, I would not prefer to use them for high-speed design probing over a longer length. For shorter length, definitely we can prefer them, but in case if you want to use it for a longer length, this adds around 42 pf of capacitance over a meter of length. So significant enough capacitance for this to be used for probing while you use a longer length of cable. And then again, it also adds 1.5 microhenry of inductance per meter. So definitely significant inductance and capacitance, and also there is a propagation delay in around 40 nanoseconds, if I remember correctly, for a length of 1 meter. So if you are using this for high-speed probe designs, just check out your actual probing frequency and then the maximum length of this cable, which can cause a significant variation in your measurements. But definitely it's a very useful cable in industrial applications, considering that it is safe to use because it has VW1 safety test, safety spec, and then it is derived from basically the UL requirement. So most of us use it, but definitely some of the underlying specifications we ignore while especially while we use it in the test applications. Definitely if you are using this cable at a system level, and if you are connecting board to board, or a small system to system nearby, then definitely you have to look at all these specifications. But while we are doing testing, bench level testing, we just directly use them because we are not bothered about the specs. So it is important that the test engineer specifically understands these specifications and use it as per the requirement. Hope I was able to bring out some of the specifications. If you have used in any different application, or if you have faced any problems with this cable, please do post in the comments. Please let us know, let us share knowledge and help the engineering fraternity around. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like our channel. Thank you.